Globe showing Europe Africa the life of dinosaurs, a journey through time. Millions of years ago, long before humans walked the earth, there existed a world ruled by giants, the dinosaurs. These magnificent creatures dominated our planet for over 165 million years, shaping the history of life itself. Seedling the beginning. Dinosaurs first appeared around 230 million years ago during the Triassic Period. At that time, the Earth looked very different. There was only one supercontinent called Pangaea, surrounded by a massive ocean. The climate was hot and dry, but slowly forests, rivers, and lush green lands began to spread. From small, lizard-like reptiles, dinosaurs evolved into powerful creatures. Some grew taller than buildings, while others remained small and agile. Sauropod life of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were incredibly diverse. Herbivores like Brachiosaurus and Triceratops spent their days eating leaves, plants, and fruits. Carnivores like the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex and Velociraptor hunted other animals with sharp teeth and claws. Some could fly, like pterosaurs, while others ruled the seas, like the Mosasaurus. Dinosaurs lived in groups, protected their young, and adapted to every environment, from deep forests to deserts. Milky Way their world. Imagine a world full of gigantic trees, endless swamps, roaring rivers, and skies filled with flying reptiles. Earth was alive with sounds, the footsteps of giants, the cries of predators, and the rustling of massive tails through forests. Dinosaurs were not just beasts, they were kings and queens of survival. Collision: the end of dinosaurs. But around 66 million years ago, everything changed. A giant asteroid, about 10 kilometers wide, crashed into Earth near present-day Mexico. The impact was catastrophic. Huge fires burned across the land. Dust and ash covered the skies, blocking sunlight. Plants died, and with them, the herbivores. Without prey, the carnivores too began to vanish. In just a short geological moment, the age of dinosaurs came to an end. This event is known as the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction. Bone: what remains today. Even though dinosaurs disappeared, they left behind fossils, bones, teeth, footprints, and even eggs, buried deep in rocks. These fossils tell us stories of their strength, size, and way of life. Scientists study fossils to understand Earth's past, and today, we use them to learn about evolution, discover ancient climates, even find energy sources like oil and coal, which formed from prehistoric plants and animals. And remember this: birds that we see today, like eagles and sparrows, are the last living relatives of dinosaurs. In a way, dinosaurs never truly disappeared. Globe showing Europe Africa legacy of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs remind us of the power of nature, how life can rise, rule, and vanish. They teach us that nothing is permanent, and survival depends on adaptation. Even though their world ended millions of years ago, their story still inspires awe and wonder in every corner of the earth. 1. The beginning of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs appeared about 230 million years ago during the Triassic Period. At that time, all the land on Earth was joined together in one huge continent called Pangaea. The climate was very hot and dry, but slowly jungles, rivers, and green land started to form. Small lizard-like animals gradually evolved into dinosaurs. 2. Their life of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were of many types. Herbivores, plant-eaters, like Brachiosaurus and Triceratops. Carnivores, meat-eaters, like Tyrannosaurus rex and Velociraptor. Flying reptiles, pterosaurs. Sea reptiles, Mosasaurus. They lived in groups, protected their young ones, and survived in every type of environment, from forests to deserts. 3. Their world of dinosaurs. The Earth was full of giant forests, rivers, and swamps. The sky was filled with flying reptiles. The land echoed with the footsteps of huge dinosaurs, the roar of predators, and the sound of giant tails moving through the trees. It was truly a world ruled by dinosaurs, they were the kings and queens of that era. 4. Their end, extinction of dinosaurs. About 66 million years ago, a huge asteroid hit the Earth in what is now Mexico. Because of this impact, massive fires spread. Smoke and dust filled the sky. Sunlight was blocked, plants died. Without plants, the herbivores died. Without herbivores, the carnivores had no food left. This is how the age of dinosaurs came to an end. 5. Their remains today. The bones, teeth, footprints, and eggs of dinosaurs turned into fossils. From these fossils, scientists learn about their lives, size, and history. In some places, ancient plants and animals also turned into coal and oil, which humans use today as energy sources. And today's birds, sparrows, eagles, parrots, etc., are actually the closest relatives of dinosaurs. 6. Their legacy. Dinosaurs teach us that nothing in the world lasts forever.